Okay, if you had an affair and you were keeping that from your spouse to protect your marriage, like, not in the elevator.
Welcome to The Wall. In today's video, we'll see how a woman betrays her partner after 20 years together. And the most absurd part is that she ends up blaming him for checking her phone. Not a hint of remorse, just coldness. We want this like button to explode. Help us reach the goal of 1,000 likes on this video. Leave your comment with your experience and wisdom. We always highlight the best comment for the community. Subscribe, and let's get started.
Okay, if you had an affair and you were keeping that from your spouse to protect your marriage, you are actually doing the exact opposite. I get that cheating can be a one-time thing in certain situations, but here's the thing. You do not have the right to withhold that information from your spouse because it affects them. And knowing that information, once they know it, they may very well not want to be in the relationship anymore, but that is their decision to make. You made the choice to step out on your marriage. Let them make the choice whether they want to stay in it or not. It's not fair to keep them in a relationship where they don't really have all the facts. Like, they don't really know you because you're being completely two-faced with them. So if you do anything, have integrity. Have integrity, tell your spouse about it, let them decide if that is something that they want to overcome and work through with you, but be upfront.
Hell to the no, no. Hell no.
Or simply, don't cheat on your husband. The saddest part of infidelity is that, almost always, the man is the last to find out. We'll see more about this in another video later. I've always said there are 3 types of cheating. The one that happens as revenge because the man was unfaithful. The one that occurs when the man goes through a financial crisis and the woman leaves with someone who has more money. And the one that hurts the most, when the man is excellent, he's a good partner, sexually active, financially stable, and yet, she cheats on him. That last case hurts twice as much, because then you know that other man is who she really wants, not you. As I always say, I don't forgive cheating. But you guys, what do you think?
Like, not in the elevator.
Shit that women will do when they get caught. I'm telling you, dog. You know what I mean? From fucking yelling to screaming to crying to whining to blaming it on you. They don't want to get caught. That's it. There's nothing else to it. You guys gotta understand. You gotta have that respect for yourself as a man. You know what? Shut the door. Just like this motherfucker. Just shut the door. Have a good rest of your life. That's it. You know what I mean? She gonna fucking throw a fit. She gonna blame it on you. Everything's gonna be on you. They're only sorry because they got caught. That's it. Stay cold. Stay relentless. The moment you find her cheating on you, the moment you find out she's disrespecting you, dog, have a good rest of your life. Peace out. You know, man, fuck you. That's it. You go on with your life and you better yourself. It's such a power to be able to walk away, dog. She'll never understand that shit. They won't. Okay. How and why was he able to just walk away? He must have had more options. He must be better than I thought he was. She don't respect you. That's it. She don't respect you, motherfucker. So that is the way she gonna respect you after that. You know what? Like, she'll never understand why you could leave so fast, dog. Have love for yourself, motherfucker. Have love for yourself.
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
When a woman betrays you, what she's looking for afterward isn't forgiveness, it's control. That's why they cry, make a scene, play the victim. They're not hurt because they lost you. They're hurt because they can't keep manipulating you. And many fall for it because they don't understand something basic. Respect is not regained with an apology. A man's power lies in his ability to close the door without hesitation. You don't negotiate with someone who crossed the line. There's no, but it was a mistake. There's no, I'm sorry. If she crossed the line, that's it. No yelling, no explanations. Just, good luck to you. That coldness is respect for yourself. No contact is king.
2 weeks ago, saw a text pop up on my wife's phone from a name that sounded familiar, that I wasn't completely sure about. But the text was overly mushy and suggestive, with the kiss face emoji and talk of missing her and can't wait to see her again. Turns out it was her boss, and after me pressing her for why he would send such a message, she confessed they had been having an affair the last 6 months, She was mad that I looked at her phone, which was just sitting on the kitchen counter. I happened to see the text. I asked her to leave. She did. She came home this morning and is working from home and is acting like nothing is wrong. I'm still a wreck. I'm off work until Monday, and I'm replaying her with him in my mind over and over, and I'm about to get sick. We haven't had much of a discussion besides some yelling and me asking her to leave. What should I do? Attempt to reconcile, ask why, and hear her side? Do I care why? Tell his wife? Tell the company's HR? What do I tell our young teenage kids? And I'm still not thinking totally straight. I have some pretty intense brain fog.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
Responsibility is kryptonite for women. 20 years of marriage, and she cheats on you for over 6 months. And what happens when you find out? She gets angry because you checked her phone. You just can't believe this bullshit. When a woman doesn't feel guilty after betraying you, she's making something clear: she never respected you. That complete lack of remorse isn't a coincidence, it's coldness. For her, the worst thing wasn't breaking the commitment, it was that you found out. That reveals everything you need to know. These kinds of situations are a trial by fire. You're not losing a good woman. You're removing someone from your life who only pretended to be one. And that, even if it hurts, is progress. Because living with someone like that is living with an enemy at home. The real mistake wasn't checking the phone. The mistake was trusting so much in someone who never deserved it.
I don't even know where to start. Today I deleted all my dating apps. I've been single for 4 years, if you haven't seen my other videos. And, I'm done. For now, at least. Seems like every single time that I think I've found a decent person that I'm gonna get along with, or, that I seem to click with, and then, like, even if we hang out, like, things are going well, and we're getting along, something happens. Whether it's like, I don't know if it's like I say something wrong or do something wrong. I don't know what it is, but they leave. They ghost me. And this is another reason I've stayed single for 4 years and had a guard up. Because I would much rather stay single than continuously get my feelings hurt. Does it suck being alone and not having someone to love on and be loved by? Of course it does. I want someone that I can be like, yeah, that's mine. Someone that I can cuddle up with in bed and, like, love on. Someone that I can be intimate with and, like, show off to my family and get excited about. Of course I want that. But at the same time, I would much rather be alone than have my heart broken or my feelings hurt constantly, weekly, daily, whatever the fuck, by random fucking strangers trying to find this one fucking person.
Well, brothers, she's getting exactly what she wanted, to be alone. Or rather, she's at the wall, because we all know the wall doesn't forgive. Now that she feels the emptiness, she looks for comfort in speeches that sound nice but don't change the reality. Loneliness isn't a free choice when it comes from constant rejection. Many men know what it's like to have no options. But a woman who once had plenty of suitors and ignored them is now facing what comes with age, the wall.
I'm 33 years old. It's 2025. I'm a single mother. And my daughter's dad passed away in 2023. So I don't have somebody helping me with her besides her family, which I'm so thankful and grateful for. And I'm so glad I have an amazing relationship with his family. And I have my family, of course, too, which I am also thankful and grateful for. But yeah, I had somebody today tell me, one of the guys that I was interested in getting to know, basically tell me I was too much. In more words than that, obviously. But he, last week, asked me, we were talking back and forth, and I told him I made the mistake of telling him one of my secrets when it comes to dating apps. And I told him how in my notes section, because I have an iPhone, told him how in my notes section of my phone, I had different notes for like commonly asked questions. Because when you get asked the same questions over and over by people, like, what do you like to do in your free time? Or what do you do for work? Or what do you look for in a partner? I don't want to have to type that out every freaking time I get asked that question. So I created a note for each of those questions. So that way, all I have to do every time I get asked that question is go to my notes section, copy my answer, and then paste it into the message. Easy peasy. Well, I told him about my life hack. And he's like, oh, really? And I said, yeah. And he said, oh, okay, well, what do you look for in a person? And I said, well, it's kind of lengthy, but it's, I feel like my answer isn't crazy. And it wasn't. It was simple things like, I want someone who's honest and loyal and genuine, funny, family oriented, someone who will pick me up when I'm feeling down, but will also let me do the same for them. Someone who will accept my daughter and love them and love her. Things like that. There's a few other things in there, of course, too. It was like a paragraph. And, but anyway, I went to my notes section, copied and pasted it, sent it to him. He responded back and he was like, wow, that's a lot, And I said, yeah. I said, but it's pretty easy. It's simple. It's nothing crazy. Well, then today I sent him a message and I was like, hey, how's it going? Haven't talked to you, since last week. He goes, I gotta be honest with you, and sent me this long message about how that was too much. How no man can ever meet those expectations and no man will ever meet all of those expectations. And I need to learn to compromise. And how he's not interested in me, but he thinks we could be good friends. But because of that answer, we wouldn't work out.
Hey, bro. What? Oh, my God!
Single mother. Just hearing her say, I don't have anyone to help me with her. You already know what that means. She's looking for a wallet with legs. This man noticed it quickly. He realized she was looking for a husband, and he only wanted something casual. As soon as she started with the sentimental tone and mentioned her daughter, the guy understood that wasn't the place for him. It's sad, yes, because she's a widow, and maybe with another man things would go well. But let's be honest, not every man wants to be a stepfather. That's the reality. He just wanted to sleep with her.
Women.
I was so mad. I tried to hear him out, but I was mad. And he asked me why I was mad. I tried to be civil with him, but I just kept getting angrier and angrier. And then eventually I deleted him because I essentially told him, if I'm too much, then you can go find less. Because I was so confused because I thought to myself, is this really too much to ask? And I ended up handing my phone to one of my best friends, or both of my friends at work. And I said, can you read this and tell me if this is too much? And they go, no, this is basic needs of asking someone to just be a good person, a good partner. And I said, okay, so I'm not crazy. And they're like, no. Cool. But I like to argue. It's a toxic trait of mine. So I did argue with him for a while. And he was like, well, when you learn to calm down, then you can message me back and then we can try to be friends. And I ended up deleting him, of course, but, yeah, I was like, you know what? I'm done. So I deleted all my dating apps and here we are. It just sucks, Dating in 2025. It's awesome. Anyways, I hope somebody else out there is having the time of their fucking lives, because I sure as hell am. I'm fucking not. I'm fucking not, that's for sure.
Brothers, the wall doesn't forgive. The ironic thing is that many believe a match on a dating app equals a relationship. They demand commitment, emotional stability, and maturity from a guy who hasn't even decided if he's going to see you again. Of course, at the first disagreement, they call him immature, and at the second, narcissist. All just because he won't play along with their emotional games. Arguing with someone you just met is a complete waste of time. There's no commitment, no history together. You only met on a dating app. What did you expect from that guy? You were just dating, nothing more. But hey, 2025 goes on, and the wall remains undefeated. We've reached the end of the video, but before we go, the questions are for you. Would you forgive infidelity if she doesn't show even a hint of remorse? Do you think checking your partner's phone justifies discovering a betrayal, or would you rather live in ignorance? If you enjoyed the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell. Your support means the world to us and motivates us to create more content. Stay tuned for the next exciting video from the wall.